Once upon a time, on a dark and stormy night, thunder rumbled across the skies, lightning flashed like fire, and rain poured down heavily over the forest. An old tiger, cold and wet, searched desperately for shelter. His cave was far away. Just then, he spotted an old hut and crept under its thatched roof to rest by the door. As he lay there, trying to sleep, a woman's voice rose from inside the hut. "Oh, this terrible leak!" she cried. "I'd rather meet a tiger in the forest than have this leak in my house." The tiger's ears perked up. "Leak?" he thought. "What is a leak? If she's more afraid of it than of Meath King of the forest, then it must be a terrible creature." And with that, the poor tiger lay awake, trembling in fear of the unknown. Soon after, a loud, angry voice suddenly roared in the tiger's ear. Before he could react, someone started beating him fiercely. "You horrible beast! You made me search all night! I'll teach you a lesson!" the voice shouted. Terrified, the tiger thought, "This must be the leak, the creature that scares even humans. I must obey, or it will kill me." So the tiger let himself be tied with a rope and carried the leak on his back. The creature kicked and pulled the rope until the tiger finally reached a small hut where he was chained to a tree. But who was this brave creature? Not a warrior, not a hunter, just a simple village potter. Earlier that day, the potter had come home tired and drunk from work. When the rainstorm began, he remembered his donkey was still tied to a tree. He rushed out, but it was gone. Angry, he wandered the dark forest to find it. By chance, he came upon the sleeping tiger and, being quite drunk, mistook it for his donkey. "There you are, you stupid animal!" he shouted, beating the tiger and climbing onto its back. The next morning, villagers were stunned to find a tiger tied to a tree in the potter's yard. They believed he had caught it with his bare hands. No matter how much the potter tried to explain, no one believed him. He became known as the Brave Potter. Years later, when war broke out, the king needed a hero to lead the army. Hearing of the potter's bravery, he made him a general. The poor potter was terrified. He had never even ridden a horse. The next morning, tied tightly to his horse so he wouldn't fall, he tried to practice riding. But the horse suddenly galloped off, dragging the helpless potter across fields and forests straight into the enemy camp. Trying to stop the horse, the potter grabbed a tree branch. But instead of stopping, the horse pulled the tree out of the ground. A guard in the enemy camp saw him and panicked. "That must be the potter who caught a tiger," he cried. "Now he's uprooted a tree with one hand. He's a giant!" The enemy army fled in fear, leaving behind a letter begging for peace.